Now, I know when I voted for Brexit in 2016, it was so we, the British people, the people we elect to government, take control of everything we do on our island and to decide who we let in over our border and how many. And it's the lefties, the woke wankers, who have absolutely made sure that this all went tits up. I mean, Brexit happened, 8 years ago now? And we still have no control over our borders. Literally thousands of illegal migrants cross the channel every day on their little dinghies from France, from the EU. And sometimes, more often than not now, they're getting help by not only our border force, but the Royal National Lifeboat Institution. Nobody's stopping them. Nobody's doing a thing about it. So when the government finally came up with a plan, to ship them all to Rwanda in order to verify who the hell these people are, the left-wing cabal, the political and media class, were already scheming plans to stop it. And when a plane was finally just about to take off from London yesterday, and there were less than 20 of these illegal migrants on board, at the last minute, the European Court of Human Rights stepped in and blocked the removal of illegal migrants from the Rwanda flight. Now, being a libertarian, a conservative libertarian, I'm all for the rights of man, woman, whatever the hell you identify as. But the European Court of Human Rights, it's a double-edged sword. I remember many a time in the prison service where criminals would use the European Court of Human Rights to sue Her Majesty's Prison Service and the government for money, and make life very hard for the prison officers who were there to guard them. Thanks to the European Court of Human Rights, there are dangerous criminals in the prison system using it to make their lives more cushy and to put their rights above all others. They are more concerned with their rights than anyone else's. And now there are left-wing lawyers and far-left activists who are rubbing their hands with glee because the European Court of Human Rights has stepped in and stopped it. Now, of course, people do mistake that the European Court of Human Rights is a European Union thing, but it's not. It was started after World War II. Britain was one of the inventors of this thing, and it was set up because survivors of World War II didn't want to see the same inhumanity dished out to people as what happened in World War II. But when I voted for Brexit, one of the policies pushed out by the pro-Leave campaign was that we leave the European Court of Human Rights and set up our own British Bill of Rights, which would be similar but aimed at protecting law-abiding citizens, employers, employees, freedom of speech, etc., and not have as many legal loopholes for the criminal fraternity to exploit. I mean, it is absolutely shocking and disgusting, the stories we've read in the papers over the years and seen on the news where criminals breaking into people's houses sue the homeowners because they tripped on a carpet or something that wasn't tacked down properly and they've injured themselves. And they've used the European Court of Human Rights to get money out of these people they were trying to rob. It's wrong. We've had migrants come to Great Britain, commit horrendous, violent crimes. And yet because of the European Court of Human Rights, they're allowed to stay here because I remember one guy had a cat, and the judge said he was allowed to stay because he had a cat. And another migrant criminal was allowed to stay because he had a girlfriend. I mean, how absurd is this? I have myself attended many court hearings in my previous job where British judges have told the court how they would really like to deal with violent criminals. But sadly, their hands are tied by the European Court of Human Rights. And sadly, it's an all familiar story in courts up and down Great Britain. So the European Court of Human Rights is indeed a double-edged sword. And to be honest with you, it's not working for the right people. As long as illegal migrants, criminals, dodgy employers, etc., as long as they can exploit the loopholes in the European Court of Human Rights system, then really it's no good. It either needs reform or it needs to go. So I'm proposing it needs to go and we have our own British Bill of Rights. Because if you look at the judges who make up the European Court of Human Rights, the majority of them, they're not even from Britain. And quite frankly, I don't want some left-leaning foreign judge dictating who can come to Great Britain, how many, and whether or not we can deport them or not. It's wrong, it's not right, and it needs to end. And we need to leave outright the European Court of human rights. And that's what I think. I hope you liked the video. Please let me know what you think in the comments. Do we need the European Court of Human Rights or not? Has it ever helped you in the past, or have you become a victim because some criminal has committed a crime against you and used it to his or her benefit? Please let me know. And don't forget, I have channel memberships. I have quite a few channel members now, and they're all enjoying their lovely perks. Here they are, look. And that is that. So share, subscribe, comment, and until my next video, Roger Trout.